Good morning. Good morning. How are ya? Oh, it looks so nice. Oh, I can't wait. Good morning. Look, I got it done. Look, I got it done. And I still have access to my light switch. I got it done. It makes me happy. Happy. I don't care if there's that little edge along the bottom. I don't care. I may go back and cut like a half a row, quarter of a row, and put it on the bottom. I don't care. But that's the bigger part because I was worried about shit flinging up the top of it and being messy all up there. Because, good morning, Heather. I was more worried about like when the dishes splash, they splash about mid thing. So, look, they look pretty damn good for fake dollar store shit. Between that and that, I love it. It's not great. It's not perfect. It's perfect for me. It's great for me. I think it's cool. Look, it looks almost like tin. Okay, coffee cup. Or okay, coffee pot. So yeah, there we go. And I did hide the cord below it or under behind it for the overhead light that I have up there. So whatever. I mean, it might not be the best of ideas, but it's done. Yeah, they're not. They're just there's my secret. I use the little staples in the staple gun. There's my secret. They're just these. They're just these. Yeah. Peel and stick my ass. Anyway. So I have 3 left. So I'm just going to cut like a quarter row and probably go right across the bottom with it. I had to cut out the light switch. Didn't do it exactly the greatest, but whatever. It works for me. Listen, it's only me in this house. And I promise you, the dogs won't care. The dogs will not mind it. There, that makes me happy. Morning, Andy. That makes me really happy. It's all done. Morning, Andy. Okay, let's have some coffee. Coffee makes me happy. What also makes me happy was fixing the washer and the dryer and letting others know that washer and dryer is now fixed, so you don't have to just do laundry on Fridays at the laundromat. You can come over anytime to my house and throw a load in. Oh, that sounds bad. Fred, hush. Ooh, I'm liking my kitchen. Starting to like it. Yesterday was the second meal I cooked in here. I mean, I've cooked a couple others, but nothing like to, so I still am learning the stove. Fucking stove low is not low. Low is like medium. Medium is like not medium either. Medium is like high. And high is like blasted all to hell. Anyway. Hello, Canvas and Crime. Good morning, Canvas and Crime. I finished my little faux tin backsplash last night. Used a staple gun to put the motherfucker up. Pretty proud of myself. Oh shit, there wasn't very much water in there. Oh gosh, almost. Well. Are we medicated today? Fixing to be. Yes, we are going to be medicated today. I'm fixing to be. Oh shit, I got a job I gotta go bid. I gotta find Greg Street. I'll have to look up, see where that's at, how far away it is. I think it's on the other end of town now. Anyway, you need to take your diabetic pills. Speaking of diabetics, Birdie, now her liver is all jacked. Her insulin, she's been on an insulin drip for almost 48 hours. Insulin is better, but her liver is now jacked, and they're doing therapeutic on that. And she still has a massive infection somewhere. And they're still trying to figure out the massive infection. So, oh, I know. Oh, Heather, look. Oh, look at this picture of her. She is so fucking pathetic looking. Like, it scared me when he sent me the picture. I was like, Jesus Christ. Hang on. My fucking green screen is taking forever. So, hey, happy May Day. So, in this picture, she just looks like... I mean, she just looks like she's laying there. Like, she's all... I thought she was gone. And that was when he got her. And then that was when he picked her up to take her to Billings. And that's her up in Billings. But if you look, her eye is open. You can see her little spark there. She's really fighting hard to stay there. Really fighting hard to stay with us. Oh, sorry. Those are the dog's toys. So she's still struggling. Still struggling. Missing girl out of South Dakota. You know, Heather, it is possible. That is something that we talked about. I'm like, you know, with as much shit as this dog has eaten, whether it be sticks, voles, mice, birds. She stole a whole fucking chicken off the counter once. I had just cooked it. I cooked it in the Instapot. And that bitch, that son of a bitch was still hot. I thought I had it back far enough on the countertop. No, ma'am, I did not. That bitch stole that off the countertop and ate the whole fucking chicken. So, you saying that? A whole fucking chicken. Ouch. Yep, a whole fucking chicken. Listen, it's hard to say. I don't think they eat a lot of pork. Anyway, so... Oh yeah, she took that right out to her spot. She figured out her spot. Her spot is just far enough out in the yard that by the time you hit the grass, she can already grab whatever it was that you're headed for. When you're headed for her, she can hit you by the time you hit the grass. She can grab it and she can get around to the front yard. And then it becomes a game of chase. Mm-hmm. It sure as fuck does. So when Birdie takes something, you just let her take it. Because if you don't acknowledge it, Birdie will come in and tell on herself and bring it to you because then she wants you to play with it with her. Oh yeah, that bitch took, I can probably tell you 7 pairs of sunglasses. Just mine. 2 pairs of shoes. Yeah, she's up in Billings at the animal hospital, Heather. Our local vet was in over their head and couldn't get the DKA, the diabetic ketoacidosis, couldn't get that under control. So, anyway, he thinks that she should be able to come home tomorrow afternoon. Today, this afternoon. But she's on antibiotics and an insulin drip and meds, and yeah. And the healthy girl is still just laying there on the stretcher. That's days that that dog's laid. Yeah, she really is. He's a good dad. He's a really good dad. Anyway, so keep Birdie in your thoughts and prayers, please. Keep the farmer in your thoughts and prayers because she means an awful lot to him. I mean, like, he loves that dog. It's gonna, if something goes south with this, it's gonna really hurt him. So, oh, Casey's doing just fine. That was the same question I had. I'm like, how's Casey doing? He's like, oh, she's happy as a clam being an only dog again. She's got me all to herself. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, Casey likes being an only dog. She was raised as an only dog. It was just her and her mom. So I get to go bid a cleaning job. Ooh, I soaked my thumb last night. I soaked my thumb and a whole bunch of shit come out of it last night. I did, like, packed it full of hot fucking Epsom salt water and put it in there and then squeezed the shit out of it. Squeeze the shit out of it. It looks kind of awful right now, but it feels way better. Oh my god. Feels so much better. Oh man, it does. It feels a lot better. I'm sure it's going to have to happen again, and I'm probably going to end up having to go to the fucking doctor on Monday. You woke up pissy pot today. Everything and nothing is pissing you off. Oh no, what is true? You know what my prescription for that is? Go back to bed and get up on the other side. Go crawl back in bed, roll over, get up on the other side. It's finally starting to get warm here, like last night. Ooh, okay, so the moon. Green screen. Oh, I have to post that one. The full moon lands on Beltane. The last time this happened was 1988. So, if 1988 was your fun summer, if you were born in the 70s and you grew up in the 80s, and 88 was your fun summer, which 88 was one of my funnest summers ever. 88 was also the year that Yellowstone was on fire. But 88 was a great summer for me. I was 12. And it was a great fucking summer. You graduated high school in 88. I was 12, Canvas. I'm glad you came in this morning, Canvas. Anyway, so it begins at 11:23 Eastern. You're not old. You're just an antique. Congratulations, you fit in with us. I'm really glad you started coming back around again. Anyway. So, yeah, you're not old. You're an antique. You fit in with us. Oh my God. You know what? If today is May 1st, you know what tomorrow is? May 2nd. You know what comes on May 2nd? My chair part. And I'll be back to being a big girl in my big girl chair again. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh, let's see. What else do I have on here? Pierogies. Ooh, I tried this last night. Listen, if you get out and about and you find this, get yourself a bag of it. It tastes like A&W root beer barrels. You know, the root beer candies. May the 4th be with you. Yes. Yes. And then there's May 5th. May 5th, that's my cousin's birthday. Oh my God, this is so fucking good. It tasted like root beer barrels made into cotton candy. Oh, nice. Canvas and Crime. Nice. Oh, yeah. It's Mother's Day. Oh, well. When you don't have a mom or a grandma, it makes May different. Anyway. Breakfast? No, that was dessert last night, Fred. Oh. Outside vacuuming the sidewalk, huh? Interesting. Outside vacuuming the sidewalk. Listen, I grew up with a neighbor that used to vacuum her sidewalks and driveway. It does. It makes this month hit different. That's what I was just thinking, Canvas and Crime. Maybe I'm missing the market. That was exactly what I was thinking when I read that. I was like, shit. I pulled out of the Mother's Day craft fair because I didn't want to deal with it. I knew that I would probably be wig jiggity that day and not able to control my emotions. So I pulled out of said craft fair for Mother's Day. Anyway. Wahoo! Let's make it through May, ladies and Fred. Except I've been told we got a couple of tampons riding along with us, so just know that there's also a couple of tampons over here hanging out in our bushes. I got advised yesterday. Oh, and I'm sure Imperfectly Me will be back in too. Good job, Canvas and Crime. Good morning, Lacey. Oh, perfect. Perfect, Candace. Perfect. Hey, good morning. Nothing happened, Spitfire. Can you take first billing? You want to go pass the tampons out, Fred? Okay. Hey, look. I got it done. I got it done, Spitfire, and it looks pretty good. Use the staple gun. Stapled every one of them motherfuckers in place. There's more than one way. Oh my God, Lacey, they were amazing. Well, I didn't want to just like insinuate that you needed a tampon, Fred. So I was like, and Fred too. I didn't want anybody thinking that you needed a tampon, Fred. So, I am ready. I am ready to bust that motherfucker out. They must have went back to bed. Yep. Tiny one's in the chair. The big one's on my bed still. Cool. My God, it does look great. Well, it's a little messy right now. The kids don't pick up after themselves very well, and somebody left dog food all over the floor, but whatever. It does look really good. It does look really good. And I was wanting to get rid of my couch, but then I don't even sit on the couch. The dogs do. I really want a recliner. I think we're going to do that next month. So yeah, the pierogies, oh my God. The pierogies, I ate the whole fucking thing, you guys. I went back and I ate the whole fucking thing. I ate them all. I didn't think I was going to. Oh, it's very comfortable in here. It's very nice in here. I like it in here. It's got good light. So yeah, I ate all the pierogies last night, Lacey. Oh, I'll probably cook up even more. Like I didn't. That's why I cooked it the way I did, because I didn't use entire. Like for if I would have made this like it was made for me, I would have bought 2 bags of pierogies, 2 bags or 2 packages of bacon, and 2 onions. That's how it was made for me. There was so much bacon. I just don't do it that way. They cooked 2 full pounds of bacon, and I think everybody got like 6 or 8 pierogies. So, yeah, no, I'm good. But I did eat all of that yesterday, and I feel a little portly today. I feel a little fat and round today. Anyway, it's a great meal. Like I said, I didn't have to make the pierogies from scratch, so it was a super easy meal. It just takes forever to cook. I'm so happy. I got my plastic Adirondack rocker chair back. And it says my fence panels. It says my fence panels will be here May 15th. I'm kind of excited. I'm having a hard time waking up this morning. I'm sorry. I wish that were the case for me. I'm still waking up on farm time. I was up at 5:30 this morning. And then I was like, I'm going back to bed. We'll try again in a couple hours. I was too tired still. How's Birdie B? So her liver's jacked up now, Fred. The DKA has subsided, but her liver is unstable currently. She's still on an IV, and she has a massive infection The urinary tract infection is secondary to her infection, whatever is. So her dad thinks she's going to get to come home this afternoon, but he's hoping for this afternoon because he doesn't want her. He doesn't want her up there for the weekend. And it may be a case where he brings her home for the weekend and then she goes back up to Billings on Monday. But she's really jaundiced right now. So. You're waiting for plumbers. Oh no, Selma Boo, I'm so sorry. Oh, Selma, I'm so sorry. Thank you. It's hard for him with his dog. That's his girl. She's the first female in his, other than the wives that he's had. Normally he does male dogs. It's funny, he got older and then he got female horses and then he got girl horses and he got girl horses and girl dogs now. Working on a video contest? Oh, exciting, what is true? That's exciting. I can't wait till I can just have creative energy to like create. Oh, the squirrels are fighting. I was going to show them to you, but never mind. People are assholes around here. Man, there's a couple of my exes. I don't miss them, but I miss their fucking dogs like crazy. There's a couple of them. I don't even know if the dogs are around anymore. I know that the dogs were too good for the guys. Crazy little squirrels. Definitely know that the dogs were too good for the two guys. So, I have to go back to the hardware store today because one of my light fixture plates, the light plate fixture, you know, the thing that goes over the light bulbs, I don't have the actual screw that goes through the middle of it. So that's interesting. So I'm going to have to try to find that replacement part. I don't even know if they have it, but we're going to go looking for it. That'll probably be Ace Hardware. And then I also have to take back the drain cup that I got for the bathroom sink because it doesn't fit. It's too big. Good morning, B. Frank. We are caffeinated and medicated. Well, I'm not quite medicated yet, but I'm about to walk over there and pop my handful of pills. I'll take them in the right order, the right amounts of them, the right numbers of them. No, you can't use AI in a video contest. I'm pretty sure that would disqualify you immediately. Stop using AI. You're killing our planet. Did you guys not watch watch the video I shared about the Colorado River? Stop using AI. You're killing our planet. 1 million gallons of water a day to cool their plants. 1 million. Stop using it. Stop your damn Google fingers. You're killing our planet. Can it be like the old days and everybody doesn't have to know everything? Yes, 1 million gallons of water a day. A day. I cannot. Like, I don't want to Google anymore. I don't want to. I'm afraid that, listen, like, look, seriously, look at what Flaming Gorge is. Look at what's happening from Flaming Gorge south. So next week, they're getting ready, or actually, I think it is next week. Next week, they're getting ready to let out the reserve water that they can let out, because if Lake Powell stays where it's at right now, by August, it will not even be able to generate power. So they're going to let water out of Flaming Gorge, but that's to bring up Lake Powell so that Lake Powell can still operate. But what else is going to happen? I think it's great that you're nominated What is True. Absolutely, Andy. Let's put all the data centers on the moon. It's cold up there. Let's put all the data centers up there. Anyway, I probably sound like a crazy person. I am. I get a check for it every month. But for those of you that were thinking that I don't deserve it, 65% of my disability is my physical impairment. The mental health stuff just pushed it over the edge. But yeah, 65% of it is my physical impairment rating. You know, the 2 knees that I've had done multiple times, the ankle surgery, the back surgery, the second back surgery, the third back surgery, and now I'm facing my 4th back surgery. So there's that. Yeah, but you know, those of you, Patty, that were like, Angela can work. You bunch of fucking bitches. You mean girl bunch of fucking bitches. Well, there's that. Just in case anybody else was going to wonder about that. So, anyway. You motherfuckers in your goddamn Google fingers, you're going to destroy our planet. Stop Googling. Stop AIing. 1 million gallons of water per day. Those data centers are going to last, what, all of 8 minutes? 8 days? In 1 week, that's 7 million gallons of water. 7 million. In 1 month, that's 30 million gallons of water. 365 million gallons of water a day. I don't believe there's that many millions of gallons of fresh water left on the planet. What are you guys doing? Fuck. Sorry. This one's really bothered me. Yeah, there's that, be frank. Meanwhile, we've already had a 140 acre. You yeeted yourself. Well, how did you yeet yourself? Oh man, it's really easy to do in vertical format. All you got to do is click the wrong thing, touch the wrong thing, slide too much. You're gonna be on some 4 lives later. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I just like this. It's just easy and convenient. So yeah. Stop Googling, motherfuckers. You're killing our planet one Google search at a time. What if this was the whole plan all along? Well, we got to market them devices that everybody's going to want to have, and it's all the smartphones. Fred was in an electric fence. Only once. You only touched one wrong thing in your life. Meds are on board. We're all loaded in. So we're good to go today. Safe to leave the house. My neighbor's getting her new door today. The door that every cat in the neighborhood is pissed on. How exciting for her. Several wrong things. Would you like to list them, Fred? Sorry, I was just got lost in thought. Uh, the guy that's out there doing that, I was thinking, I was like, wait, I know him. How do I know him? Oh, that was the guy that was helping me with the belly work that needed to be done on the trailer. Oh, and I'm not Kung Fu Ange, you guys. I got a couple messages last night that were like, are you Kung Fu Ange? No, I'm not Kung Fu Ange. Not Kung Fu Ange. Well, you would think, Heather, that these people are thinking that they're paying my way, right? But what they don't realize is that I did start working at 16 like everybody else. Good morning, sunshine lover. Um, well, the DKA has resolved, but her liver is still messed up. He said last night her liver was jacked. So they're doing liver support and they're treating her with antibiotics for the infection. So she's improving. Hopefully gets to come home this afternoon. So, but thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I will pass all the I've told him, I said, Birdie's pretty special to my little group of YouTube friends. Birdie sings for us and Birdie plays with us and Birdie is quite the entertainment for us. So people are pulling for her. People are sending you lots of love and well wishes and hoping that you're getting the good rest, and because good rest will make for good care for Birdie. So make sure that you're resting well and eating. Oh my God, what is true? Just skip the insulin. Like, right, like the whole life sustaining medication that keeps you alive. I would just skip it. It'll save money. Just skip it. Jesus Christ. I really appreciate that, you guys. She's pretty special to me. Um, like I said, I've taken care of her since she was a puppy. We've been through we've been through some highs and some lows together. We've been through some lows together. There were a couple of times I thought her dad was going to kill her. There was a couple of times I thought I was going to kill her. There was a couple of times I thought her grandma was going to kill her. Yeah. Birdie was quite the pistol when she was a baby. Her dad took her one day. Her dad took her and Gus, and he had his brand new fucking hat. A brand new fucking straw hat, right? Well, before he got out of the truck, he took his hat off. Because where he was going into, he couldn't have his hat on. He come out, and that bitch ate his fucking hat. She ate his fucking hat, left it in pieces. Chewed the whole thing into fucking pieces. Oh my God. Oh my God, he was pissed. He had worn that hat from Lovell to Basin. So 48 miles. That's all he wore that hat. 48 miles. Left it in the truck. She fucking destroyed it. Meanwhile, Gus laid right there and watched her and was like, oh, that's going to suck for you. Yep. Like I said, I still wear a pair of Keen sandals that she chewed the whole back off of. Happy little puppy. I thought she was chewing on her bone, and it was the bone bumping into the back of my foot because she liked to sit on it. No, it was my fucking shoes. What else? Oh, sunglasses. Probably 7 pairs of sunglasses. A whole fucking chicken. Yeah, that one was the best. I was on the phone with a friend from YouTube. She just walked me through how to cook the chicken in the Instapot. And I was letting the chicken cool. I bitch took it all. Then there was the days that she would get out and then she would run, and she would run for hours. Hours. And then we put the beeper collar on her. That was a lot of fun. That was fun for me. That was not fun for her. Because I had a list of, if she does this, 1 zap. If she does that, 2 zaps. She does this, put her 3 zaps, put her in her kennel. Oh yeah, we had a whole zap routine that we had to go through. She's really lucky I didn't know how to turn the controller up. She might have had heart problems also. And then one day, she just turned into the best. Yep, your corgi pup has chewed everything but his 20+ chew toys. Yep, that would be Birdie. That would be Birdie. Anyway. It's all good, right? Oh, so what are we going to do today, Pinky? I don't know, brain. I'm kind of tired. I'm so happy. I love that over there. Even with that little 1/2 inch of blue at the bottom, I really like it. What do I got planned for this weekend? Well, I gotta go look at a house that needs to be cleaned, and I'll probably start cleaning it either this afternoon or tomorrow. Anyway. Wow, he does a little bit of everything. Handyman service, carpentry, drywall and repair, decks, fences, painting, gutter cleaning, power washing, soffits, fascia, and remodels. Replacement windows, siding, licensed and insured. General contractor, home improvements. Wow. Happy May Day, Ange. Do you know, hey, Ange, did you know the last time the full moon landed on May 1st was 1988? 1988. Ooh, Kentucky Derby. I love the Kentucky Derby. That's, well, let's see. It's almost 40 years ago. Ah. I do too. That's a good race. What have you been up to today, Ange? I love the hats for the Kentucky Derby. Secretariat? Yep. I love all the big hats and the way they get all dressed up and the pretty dresses and stuff. You just woke up. Awesome. There's too peoply out there in that neighborhood. Let's go back into our own little. That's the only downside to not having a back door. I'm back doorless. I am back doorless. I got a Barbie, but I'm back doorless. I'm just excited that she's getting her new door. Because, listen, this isn't a neighborhood. This isn't a neighborhood that you don't want to have that you don't want a door that you want to have a door that locks. You do not want a door that is not sturdy in this neighborhood. From the sounds of it, it's kind of interesting. You guys remember a few years ago when I was telling you about there was a guy in Grable that sold some pills to a guy in Cody, and he didn't know that the pills were fentanyl laced. And the guy drove from Park County, from Cody and Park County, over to Bighorn County to Grable, picked up the pills, went home, took them. They had fentanyl in them, and he died. And that was right at the time that Wyoming had passed the law that if you sold somebody pills and they die, you're now on the line for manslaughter. And it's the first case in our state. He was sentenced prior to. Then the law changed. They brought charges against him, and he's now serving 25 to 35 years in the state pen for manslaughter because they brought secondary charges against him once he admitted to being in possession of those pills with intent to deliver. Right? He admitted to those charges because he admitted to selling the pill to the man the 23-year-old kid who took who drove 50 miles back home. So this kid drove 100 miles round trip to go pick up these pills, right? And they didn't know that the pills were fentanyl laced. And he gets all the way back home, takes the pills, and dies. So last week, Fuentes' sentence was upheld, and he will serve 25 to 35 years in the state pen for selling those pills, and it resulting in somebody's death. You can look it up in the Cowboy State Daily. I read the story yesterday. It's on the front page of all of our little local papers right now. Grable, Basin, Lovell, everything in Bighorn County, everything in Park County. The same, funny, the attorney that my grandmother retained for my sister when my sister got into all of her shit right before she was killed, because my sister was in a prescription washing ring, and one would go to the doctor and get the prescription, and the other ones would they'd come home and they'd wash it in brake fluid and peel the fucking ink off of it, and then they'd rewrite it, and somebody else would take it in and fill the fucking prescription, and then they would all fucking split the pills and shit, right? Well, that attorney, his name was Bill Simpson. He's now gone on to be appointed as a judge, a circuit court judge, and that was the judge he went in front of, Bill Simpson. And Simpson upheld his sentence. So, it's brand new in our state. I'm interested to follow it. So, but I read that in the newspaper yesterday. Still don't know what the hell was going on in my neighborhood. I've asked a couple of people, and they all just kind of look at me like, they're like, sounds like it was a SWAT for the sheriff's department. Sounds like they were raiding somebody. Like, nobody seemed surprised. There was no shock. There was no, like, where do you live? None of that. They were like, well, that just sounds like they were raiding somebody. Okay, there's not even 8,000 people in this town. It can't be that easy to hide. There's not even 8,000 people in this town. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get released either. Right, Ange. The only person I take my drugs from is the pharmacist. Even back then, even back when I was on pills, I never procured them from the streets. Hell no. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That'd be a nope for me. Yeah, I don't know. What was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh man, I shared some cool stuff on my community wall this last 24 hours. And I stopped looking into the David stuff when I found a connection that when I saw the connection that he'd known her since she was like 11. I was like, nope, I don't want to look at anything more of this. So if that makes me a bad person, then I'm a bad person. I was just like, no, I don't want to know that. It's probably something fucking crazy and weird. Sansuchi. So, it's May Day. What are you going to do for you going to take anybody a May Day basket? I remember being little. I can remember being little and, wonder why I would have stayed with my aunt at this time of year. Wonder what was going on with my parents. So now that I think about it, why would I be staying with my aunt on May 1st? Anyway, when I was little, I can remember 3 years in a row, my mom's oldest sister, Rebecca, lived a street behind us. And I can remember 3 May Days. And for whatever reason, I was at her house on May Day morning. And like the night before, we had made these little May Day baskets and put little candies in them. And we baked cookies and we put cookies in them. And then we made toilet paper flowers. And like you bunch up the toilet paper and then tie it with a string and then like poof it out. And then she very lightly sprayed it with her perfume. And we put them in the little Mayday baskets. And then I would run across the street and put it on a neighbor's porch and ring the doorbell and run back to the house. And then we'd stand on the porch and we'd watch. And then pretty soon somebody would come out and pick up the little basket off the porch and kind of look around. And my aunt would be like, see, they didn't know and they love it. Look, they like the cookies. Look. And then the next, then it would be across the street and do the same thing for the next neighbor and then stand back and watch. And then for the third neighbor. But that's just something that I can remember. I was like 4, 5, 6, but I remember 3 years in a row doing that. One year I was in my Smurf nightgown and my sandals, and they talked about the little pink streak that they saw running across the street. That's all I remember about it. Bigger question is, May is not hunting season. May is not wedding season. My parents were already married. Why the fuck was I staying with my aunt for May Day? What was that about? Too bad all the people I could ask to find out are all dead. Wonder how that's gonna work. Can't even ask the neighbors because they're all dead too. Anyway. I guess they decided they didn't want to play with us today. One girl was really angry last night. She said my food looked like dog food. Well, if it looked like dog food, it's the best tasting dog food I've ever eaten in my life. And who cooks bacon and onions for their dog? Onions aren't good for a dog. Some people's children. Anyway. Anybody going to take their neighbors a May basket? Oh, and remember to keep Tammy, our little Tammy Zink, in our thoughts and prayers, because remember she said that on Monday or on May 1st, all the utilities were being moved and then our moving process was starting. So make sure that we remember Tammy and send out good thoughts for her and as she's making her transition to her new forever home. So I'm sure she's going to be busy and not around a lot, but let's remember to think about her and send her good thoughts and prayers because we all know how stressful moving is, right? She's just jealous. She probably can't cook. She probably burns her bacon. And if she doesn't, well, I hope Imperfectly Me burns her bacon every time she goes to try to cook it. And if you ever try to make pierogies, I hope your fucking onions burn every time. Your bacon grease is too hot and your onions burn. Abadoo, I put a curse on you. You know, Tammy was super supportive every morning and stubs her big toe while doing it. I hope every time you walk over an invisible line, you trip. Well, you know, Tammy's been super supportive. She's been very supportive through my move, all of that, right? Always comes in with a really good positive attitude. Even if she doesn't want to have one that day, she still has one. So I think it's important that we hold space. And good morning, Coco. How are you, lovey? I think it's important that we hold space and remember that, you know, we got others that are going through things that I just went through. So, and moving sucks. Oh my God, moving is so stressful and it so sucks. Look, Coco, I got my kitchen done. It's got the little thing above the stove that says this is my happy place. I got the little faux tin tiles put up on the backsplash. Yes. My kitchen is put together. Now, if I could just get that outlet to work. But that outlet popped the other day and it doesn't work anymore. I was using my air fryer and the outlet popped and it don't work no more. Can't push the button no more, which sucks. Anyway, I got it all done, Coco. Coco, Birdie's sick. And Birdie's really sick. Birdie's at the animal hospital in Billings, Montana. Yes, they are from Ukrainian. Yes. That's his grandma came from the Ukraine. And those turned out so stinking good. They turned out so good, Coco. Thank you, guys. I ate that whole pan of them last night. So, Coco, those are just peel and stick ones from the Dollar Tree. I peeled them, I stuck them, and then I stapled them. Oh, so you've had the original pierogies like that before then. Why does your comment disappear? 2 times now. What did you say, Ange? I saw you say moving sucks. I don't know. I'm the only mod in here right now. And I haven't seen anybody hide comments or any of that stuff. You see me? Your Baba made the absolute best pierogies and cabbage rolls. Listen, there is something about... Yeah, I'm not seeing any messages deleted. Nope. I'm on all messages. I didn't see any delete. So it's got to be either YouTube or Google. What did you say, Ange? Listen, Coco, I think there's something about the love that's in a little old Ukrainian woman's hands, and they just add all the flavor into the pierogies to the bottom of the pot. Thank you, Coco. Oh, you were talking to Ange Carter. I was like so confused for a second. I was like, what? Okay. I was rolling with it though. Yeah, she's come out of the diabetic ketoacidosis. She's out of DKA, but now her liver is stressed and not doing well. So they're giving her liver support. I'm so glad that he came home when he did, Coco, because she crashed like 2 days later. I was scheduled to be there when she crashed because he was not set to come home until like Sunday afternoon, but he got an earlier flight. He always tries to fly standby, and he got an earlier flight. Otherwise, I would have been there when it happened. I was so fucking grateful. Whoops, we spilled. That's not good to spill. Oh. So that's what we think too, Coco. So yesterday, I have hypermobility issues with my joints. It's been like that my entire life. I could throw a shoulder out of place. My knees. Uh, Yesterday, I was standing and I felt my knees slack a little bit. And I went to take a step and my whole fucking knee hyperextended. And I'm over here wobbling now. I've got a knee that doesn't feel too happy. And it's all because it like hyperextended on me and now it hurts. I hate that I have very loose ligaments. I feel like one of those little puppet dolls that needs to go in and have to have all their joints tightened, right? Like, oh my God. My knee yesterday, Coco, it felt like the only thing holding my knee together was the ligaments. Like, it felt like it was totally loose in the joint. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate that my knees are so hypermobile. I hate it. And it's so crazy because all it is like I change the position that I'm standing. And it's not even like a big positional change. Sometimes it doesn't take anything. Sometimes it's barely lifting my foot, the heel of my foot off the floor, or lifting it up while I'm standing, or lifting my toes up. And that will cause the misalignment in my knee, I swear. It's so stupid. So today I'm hobbling on I'm half lame today. It's so stupid, isn't it? All right. Ooh, May has a mountain goat on it. Oh. Oh, we got a fucking mountain goat this month. You know that those things, they look really big, right? They're not. They're so tiny. They maybe come up to about your hip. They're teeny little things. Like, I would have figured they come up to, like, my shoulder, right? That looks like a big thing. They're not. They're so fucking tiny. Mountain goats are tiny. Anyway. It's so stupid. And of course, you can't then, like, God forbid you roll your ankle just a little bit, because then all of a sudden your fucking knee goes out and then you go down to the ground and it's like really stupid. Yep. All the fun things, Coco. All the fun things. I'm really glad you came in here this morning, Coco. We can refill your cup for you. Oh, man. He got himself a project. We're building out here, boys. I did. Ooh, Coco, you know what? Here, look. Remember we talked about the medicine wheel? Uh-oh, hang on. There's an overhead picture of it, Coco. I did. Dusty, yes. Eleanor, the special bison. The one with like 3 legs. And then there's what it looks like on the ground. It's been there for 10,000 years. The rocks used to be, when I was little, that middle part was all built up with rocks. And you used to be able to walk right up to it, but too many people walked up and took rocks. So they had to put a fence around it. So that's what it looks like up on top of the bighorns. Me too, Andy. Me too. Oh, I don't know that one then. I can't see. Oh, I want to make this one. It says, oh, fuck. Oh, Fuck. IOU, something. Anyway, I'm going to do some of those. And essentially it's fuck you. Oh, this one, Coco, that one about killed me. When he sent me that picture, that's what she looked like before she went to Billings. But look, she's still got fight in her. Oh, that's wild and crazy. I didn't go and see. I heard that we're up to like 6 babies now, which it's crazy because this is only the 1st of May right now, and they've said that there's 6 babies for the herd. Even the bison are early this year. I did look yesterday as I drove to the. It does, Coco, and it also shows you exactly how hard dogs live to please when they are with their person or their people, because I mean, just the way she looks at him, he's her everything. He's her person. That was what I said. I said, God, you wouldn't have known that that dog had an infection brewing. We kind of talked a little bit back and forth about like what we'd noticed with her. And I mean, in hindsight, there were a couple little things, but chalking it up like bigger picture, neither one of us chalked it up to that. We told the other one about it and was like, okay, we'll keep it in the back of our mind. Neither one of us kept it in the back of our mind. And like I said, I should have known something when her eyes started getting all goopy, because she had the worst fucking eye boogers. Like 3 times a day I was cleaning her eyes out. I just thought that maybe she must have got brush or weeds or dirt or something in her eyes. And I mean, I tortured that poor dog by holding her down and pouring fucking saline in her eyes, thinking I was helping her. Oh, God. Probably stressed her out and made her sugar drop even lower. My luck. Fuck. Anyway. My bigger thing was, though, like, look at that. Her spark is still there. He's like, yeah, she don't quit. She won't quit. Oh, Coco, you're not intruding. You're not intruding at all, my love. Not intruding. I think it's great. I'm glad to see you here. We're just boring bitches in the morning walking around in our house coats, and, you know, pretty soon others will be like, okay, I got to get on with my day, but pretty boring. We're going to make some more coffee. Oh my goodness, you guys. I did my lease yesterday. Finally. I like stopped in and I'm like, this is 2 months now. Do we have a lease? So I did my lease yesterday, right? And of course it's one of those things where you gotta sit, you gotta read, or have it read to you, right? Where you gotta initial each paragraph, right? So she's reading me the lease. And she's like, taps the paper. It's like, all right, this one I need you to pay attention to. Did you know that there are tenants out there in the world? There are tenants out there in the world that will have an issue with their toilet, like it not being able to flush, and not saying anything. Not calling a repairman, but not telling the management company that there's a problem with it. And then it ends up ruining the entire, like, subflooring, pipes, the whole nine. You know, there's people out there like that. I had no idea. I always thought that was like worst case scenario renter story, right? Oh yeah, no, bitch. No, bitch. Because she's like, yeah, something goes wrong. You need to call me. And I started laughing. I'm like, kind of like the, I don't know, gas leaking from my stove or the random gas from the other apartment. Kind of like that. Kind of like I called you, but you didn't answer your phone. And I texted you 3 times. Okay, cool. I had no idea. No idea. It's also written in your lease that if you have a leaky faucet, you need to let somebody know immediately. Because if you move out and it leaks, you have to pay for those repairs. I was like, ain't nothing leaking around my house. Mm-hmm. Like, holy fuck. Craziness, right? But yeah, that was the other part of it. Be frank, was she's like, yeah, we don't need anything turned into biohazard. Oh, and guess who now has double the renter's insurance? So apparently, in the last 2 years, 5 tenants have lost everything. There's been fires, and the place burnt down, and she's had 5 tenants that have lost everything. Well, not this girl. Let it burn down. $750,000 and I get to start all over again. Okay. I got walkaway insurance now. Let it burn. It's crazy, Coco. It's fucking crazy. So, I'm a real live fucking adult right now, bitches. Real live adult. It's crazy. You know how good it was to be like, yeah, we'll just check that $12 box right there. I've got walkaway now too, Spitfire, and I'm telling you, it gives such a peace of mind. Yes, I have what's called walkaway insurance. If my place were to catch on fire tomorrow, Ange, I can walk away from it, and I get given $750,000 walkaway insurance. I'm sure there's taxes on that shit, but I don't plan on my house burning down. But listen, if in a 2-year time period 5 tenants have lost their entire lives, I think I'll take the walkaway insurance. $12 a month? Yes. I'll take that. Because mine's like $36 a month, so I just dropped another cost. Leveling up, bitches. The odds aren't great. No. Listen, let's take into consideration the 2 little issues that I had moving in here. 2 gas leaks. Yeah. Odds are pretty strong that I may end up needing that insurance, in my opinion. Right. When you rent, you're at somebody else's mercy, not your own. Oh my God, I can't go out there for a cigarette. You guys are gonna... He's cutting shit. And it's great when it's your friend because, like, first thing I did was I just kind of looked at her when she's like, well, I offer it for $12 a month. I just looked at her and I'm like, all right, what kind of bullshit are you trying to sell me? She's like, no, if you don't have it, my system will automatically charge you for it if you don't already have it. And I'm like, well, I have it on my car insurance plan. And she's like, then you just upload your other stuff. I'm like, well, what if I want yours in addition to what I have? Because I know what mine gives me. And I'm like, what is your payout? She's like, I think it's $7.50. It's either $5.50 or $7.50. And I'm like, $5.50 to walk the fuck away? Oh yeah, that's a lot of sublimation supplies I can buy. And everything on my computers are backed up onto the cloud, so hey, it's possible. What is true? It's possible. But it also makes me wonder what the fuck people are doing in their houses. And what, you didn't notice this sudden fucking burning smell of electric wires burning? Like, I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, it still just doesn't seem like. Oh, Christ. Gotta love small towns. Oh, God. It smells like a cow's asshole out here. I'm just lucky I have a roof over my head. You know, the average person is one paycheck away from disaster. And life is hard and tough and expensive. And then you throw chronic health issues onto it. You throw somebody that has mental health issues on top of it, and it just becomes 10 times harder, right? Right. It's totally true, Ange. You know, life is very hard and expensive. Make sure that if you have the ability to fill up and get gas, you get gas today. California is over $6 a gallon right now. Mine jumped, and I paid $4.92 yesterday. We had paid for three. It was something. It was $4.92 yesterday. So ours took a huge jump. Also, so if you have the ability to get gas, I would recommend getting fuel. Get your groceries. Try to keep a little cash on hand. I just think it's going to get. And it just fucking figures, right? The one time I finally get my life in order and I get my shit together and I'm doing good. Yes, just the basics for living. Just the things that you need just to run the house. Coffee, utilities, food. The price of gas goes up, so now the groceries are going to go up again. We were just starting to see a little bit better pricing, and now if the gas goes up, then the cost of groceries are going to go up because it's going to cost the trucks more to get it to the end destination. Oh, yes. Ace had a set price for closet rods and they were $40. I was like, huh? Yes, at an all-time high. Yes, Coco. $5.49 there. Wow. So I went to the lumber yard and I got a lumber round cut. 3 cuts. You get 3 cuts for free. Yeah. It's going to be, it's costing the farmers more to produce the food that we eat in this country. Oh, and let's talk about the farm worker shortage. So, anyway, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Also, don't get yourself so stressed out about the current things that are going on. because somebody like me can easily go down. I'm saying like me, I, and this girl can totally get down a rabbit hole and then feel like I can't breathe. And sometimes you have to tell your friends you can't have those kind of conversations, or what they know, they need to just keep that to themselves. Because it scares me and I don't like feeling like that, right? So I appreciate my friends that talk with me about it and then understand that I'm like, okay, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. And I know I might live with my head in the sand, but it's safer that way for me. Although yesterday, Andy, after you and I talked about that, I said, all right, I'm going out. I'm going out to get supplies and do my errands and get gas. And as I was getting gas, I watched a jet take off. And it wasn't just like a commercial jet or a private jet or anything like that. No, it was one of those other kind of jets. And I was like, huh, what the fuck is going on? Although it's just not that uncommon for us to see them, because they like to fly over the mountains to stay under the radar. It's like training and stuff. So again, though, what are they doing? That coffee's good today. I do have to go out and get brown sugar and creamer today. I'm off cycle on purchasing. That's cocoa. That's like, we try not to waste. I try to be really conscientious on water. I try to be really conscientious on, and I'm just one person, so. Yeah, that's a very important thing, to be able to tell your friends, like, look, I've hit my limit, because I'll end up spiraling and then I'll get really obsessive. It's a good thing back when we had the Persian Gulf War. It's a good thing that the internet was not fully accessible and the internet wasn't what it is today, because that would probably would have been a rabbit hole and never come out of. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Coco. I have to be cautious on the news. I can like I think it's the same reason I don't watch commercial television anymore. I don't have cable, so I don't watch commercials, and everything that I do have is streaming services, and I pay the higher price for no commercials. But yeah, it can put me down that rabbit hole, and then it just makes me spiral and makes me crazier than I already am. Andy's my go-to person on that to get the updates and what's going on. I go to Andy for that. Andy always tells me when I need to get gas. Andy and Spitfire both. Those two are both really in tune and watching what's going on, and they both understand when I'm like, okay, I can't talk about it anymore. See, and I'm just the opposite, Andy. I get anxious if I know what's going on, because I know that I can't control it. So it's just better off if I don't know. But I did fill up that tank, though, yesterday. I did. And I don't have anywhere to go. Just puttering around town. So I got a full tank of gas. I bet I can make it the month. Unless I have to leave town, I bet I can make it all month on that tank of gas. Because, you know, my stay-at-home game is really fucking strong, yo. You know, if McDonald's just delivered, oh, fuck. If we just had McDelivery. I did. In like 3 days, I paid almost $100 in fuel. But 1 day trip was 340 miles. People don't understand that you got to account for the mileage getting home from also, right? It takes me 220 miles to get there, or 170 miles to get there. It takes 170 to get home too. 340. Oh, I love their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. What is true? I love their bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. You know what I like more than that? Sausage McGriddles. But I don't like the sausage. I like an egg and cheese McGriddle. Oh my God, do I like an egg and cheese McGriddle? Fucking A. If I could figure out how to make those little maple pancakes, never have to go back to McDonald's again. You too. I like to get an egg and cheese McGriddle, and then I like to dip them in hot mustard sauce. Oh my God, I love it. I'm starving. Ooh, I got my Mexican in there from the other night. I can reheat. Yahtzee has something similar. That's almost 5 units of insulin. Oh shit. Oh, be frank. Yeah, I don't do it. I don't eat them on the regular. I just don't. But that's a definite comfort food. The texture, the taste, the smell, it's a definite comfort food. You've never had a McGriddle before? Oh, Ange, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and get yourself a McGriddle breakfast sandwich. They are so good. But get the app, because if you get the app, you'll get in the daily deal. You can buy one sandwich, get one for $1. So you essentially get 2 breakfast sandwiches for the cost of one. Your appetite is blah. They're called breakfast crack. And they are breakfast crack. It's a breakfast sandwich. A McGriddle. It's like a pancake as the base of the sandwich. That's the pancake's like the bread, and it has like egg, cheese, sausage, or egg, cheese, bacon, or yeah. And it's got maple. The little pancakes have little bread pieces, have little syrup pockets. So you bite into it, and then there's this syrup everywhere. But definitely get it on the app. Get the app if you're going to order from McDonald's. Dude, the other day I went through the drive-thru and I didn't use my app, and I just rattled off my order. Tell me why when I got to the window it was like $20. I've never paid $20 for that meal ever on the app. It's like $8.60 on the app. Why is it so much more? They're even better, Ange, than the breakfast biscuits. It's your meds this week. Oh, yeah, I get it. Oh, it's way better than their Egg McMuffin. Yes. You like their fries? Well, be frank, here's the deal. If you have the app, you can get any size fries for $1.50 once a day. You can get an extra large fry for $1.50. That's $4 off the menu. And Andy, you get points. For every dollar you spend, you get 100 points. And then you can redeem it for free food. But you can't use two deals together, unfortunately. But you can order them 15 minutes apart and then pick up both orders. That's what I've learned how to do. I'll make 2 orders. Motherfucker! There's more than one way to skin a cat. Yeah, dogs love their chicken nuggets. Yeah, listen, I ain't really met a potato I don't like. Fries, mash, twice baked, au gratin, baked, twice baked. Oh, Arby's has potato cakes. Oh my God, I love their potato cakes. I love their hot ham and Swiss and potato cakes. You gotta get ketchup and Arby's sauce. I love their potato cakes. Anytime I'd bring Grandma down here for an appointment, we'd always go to Arby's and get potato cakes. Apparently Taco John's has opened again here. And I guess there's also a Subway. I was thinking about a 6, I almost said it, a 6-inch footlong. I would like a 6-inch footlong, please. Yes, the potato cakes are in a triangle shape. Did I tell you about my friends that own the diner in Grable? Do you know they have a whole group of people that boycott them because they don't serve shredded hash browns? They dice their potatoes. They don't shred them. So there's a whole group of people that won't go eat at the diner because they don't have shredded hash browns. I started laughing. I'm like, so they're okay with your politics. They're okay with your marriage. They're okay with your kids. They're okay with this. They're okay with the problem they have are your hash browns. Really? Good. Fuck them. They're the people you don't want in your goddamn diner anyway. They probably wouldn't tip worth a shit. Huh. Mustard in your mashed potatoes gives them a kick. Tastes away. Oh, potato allays are worth the drive, be frank. Oof. I laughed at it when they told me that. They were like, yeah, they boycott us because we don't have shredded hash browns. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, fuck them. I would never, just because of that, I would never get shredded hash browns. I would always do home fries. Fuck you. Stay out of my restaurant. I didn't want to feed you anyway. It's this whole big thing. It's small towns. I'm like, yep, that's why I moved to a town where there's almost 8,000. Oh, their business is fine. Their business is fine. It just was comical that that's what somebody chose to be the sticking point of why I won't go eat at that restaurant. Oh, they don't have shredded hash browns. Okay, so order something else. Don't get breakfast. How's that? So weird. Right? What is true? Listen, even the Mexican restaurant, the Mexican food that I had the other day, I got home and it was cold in the middle, so I had to reheat it. Even the Mexican food, I was grateful for because I didn't have to cook that night. Oh, there's maybe, what is it, 2,200? I think it's more like 1,800 in Grable now. The towns are just, their numbers are going down and down and down. I'll tell you something I like about this town. You can drive around this town on a weekend and you see kids on bikes, you see kids on scooters, you see kids playing in the yard, you see people recreating in the park, walking dogs. Like, it's a very active community. I walked in and I told my friend the other day, I was like, yesterday, I said, I see why you like this area. And she's like, yeah. I said, I've never really saw the appeal of Warland. And I'm like, I really like this town. And she's like, yeah, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I said, but that's different. You're the face of a business in this community. I'm just another face in the crowd. And it's kind of funny because I've recognized about 6 people that I grew up with. Um, they didn't recognize me. Like, I looked at them, I stared at them, like, noticeably caught their eye, said hi to one of them, didn't even realize it was me. I thought, all right, this is the place for me. Nameless, faceless person in the crowd. No throwing chicken nuggets, no losing your shit. Kindness, politeness. Huh? We're going to give it a go. Hey, did you see that Camp Mystic withdrew its intent to open? I was really grateful for that yesterday. I was really grateful for that. Those families need a little more time. And that camp has a lot of straightening shit out to do. They still don't have emergency plans. They don't. You're right. I was so that kind of made my heart happy. And listen, you know that Mary Liz Eastland, the one that was supposed to be the health director of the camp? Do you know, as of the day she gave her testimony, now that was like 2 weeks ago that she gave her testimony, did you know that her, as the health director, had a duty to report the 27 deaths that happened at the camp to Texas Department of Human Services, DPHHS, Health and Human Services? Do you know that as of the day she testified, she still had not reported those 27 deaths? And she's wanting to get her license back and recertified. And I do feel sorry for the Eastland family because they lost Dick, the head of the camp. And I feel sorry for them because they lost the patriarch of their family. But all of those kids are in positions of authority over the camp. And it was very clear that they really didn't know their positions and know what to do. And it was very clear that they were still under their dad's thumb. Anyway. That's what I said, Coco. It is, Heather. It really is. You know, they've still got a couple of girls they haven't found. I think Seal Stewart is one that they have not found her body yet. I love this smell of screws going into raw lumber. Hey, what is true? Hope you have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. I appreciate you being here today. What is true? Appreciate you joining in the conversation. We might come back later, and I think I might work on my mini build castle. Oh, you ladies are so sweet. I appreciate you ladies. Look at everybody filling each other's cup up and being all adult and shit. I'm so proud of you ladies. Yes, we're going to work on the castle. You got doctor visits this afternoon. Oh, Ange, I hope everything is good. I hope your doctor visit is an easy one and it's just a routine and it's status quo. Yes, Andy, we have a war wounded castle. It got attacked. The best of plans for me packing this, I should have waited. I should not have gotten greedy and I should not have started it. So, but you just need some antibiotics and steroids. You and Birdie, Ange, antibiotics and steroids. It's an extra spooky haunted castle. Maybe we need to find a little knight in shining armor and stand him right over there in front of that. I'm still going to enter it. I don't care. It might not be Blue Ribbon Award winning, but I'm still going to enter it. Oh, yeah, breathing is important. Oh, Fred, will you? You'll be my Huckleberry Knight. Grace, don't tell HR. Don't tell HR. Had some cobwebs and some ghosts. Coco, are you finally starting to get on the mend? Well, over here, we were supposed to have all these little posts, and then there's a railing that goes around it. No, unfortunately, damn it. Coco, what are we going to do with you? Who do I need to write letters of support for so we can get you escalated? Whose ass do I need to chew? Give me a phone number. I don't mind sitting on hold. Motherfuckers. Hi, Canadian healthcare system. Yes. My friend Coco's Happy needs to get in to somebody now. Like, we're tired of her feeling miserable and feeling like it's a never-ending loop. And my friend needs to see a doctor. No more of this referrals and wait stuff. We want her escalated. We have waited the 7 to 10 business days. We now want to be escalated. Please, may I have your escalation manager? Give me the phone numbers, Coco. I'll call. Oh, Andy, I'll chew your doctor's ass in a heartbeat. I think you know my theory on your doctor. Yeah, they're cracking down on that. And if they want to get paid, they have to see you. They can't just do services like that because then they don't get paid. Oh, Andy's doctor, I'd like to have a little conversation with. Just a little conversation. Just a conversation with. Tell him he's a. Never mind. It was pretty awful and disgusting, and I'm really sorry that's happened. Meanwhile, my friend's sitting over here feeling awful. And this doctor is just like, oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. And my friend is like visibly worse than she was 2 weeks ago, physically and mentally. And then they don't think about the toll that it takes on your mental health when you're already having mental health issues and you're already diagnosed with that. And that's already a broken system that you're already, yeah, it's horrible. I'll be frank, it's like they're just there for the insurance money. It just is like they're milking your insurance. And especially if you have a chronic illness, right? It's awful. It's absolutely awful. You get gaslighted and you end up living from appointment to appointment, right? You have your appointment, they make all your changes, and then you live for the next 90 days to get to that appointment, right? And you're like, okay, everything bad that's happened, I made it through it. I'm here to this appointment. Only to get there, and now there's a whole new fucking plan, and it's nothing of what you just fucking went through, right? Oh, it's horrible. It does cause trauma, be frank. Absolutely, medical gaslighting is a thing. Absolutely, it is. So, I'm so sorry. And she should have been referred out at the first time she asked for it. Period. The end. Not, let me dick around, let me adjust this, let me adjust that, let me take this med and run these blood tests, but I'm not going to run all the blood tests that I need to see. I'm not going to run like your ferrin level and that so that it'll line up with everything. Be frank. Okay, how about this one? Have you guys ever had an ovarian cyst? It's a very specific pain, right? Very specific pain. Once you have it, you're always aware when it happens again. And like sometimes you can have an ovarian cyst that you didn't really know was there. And then you like stretch or you sneeze. And then suddenly you have that lower right or left quadrant pain, right? So I was 28. Yep. I was 28 and I suddenly woke up one day and I didn't feel good. And about 4 days later, I ended up in emergency surgery because I had a ovarian torsion. I'd had a cyst on my ovary. It had gotten so big, and the fluid in your abdominal cavity goes in a clockwise motion, and it's something that's round, and eventually it twists, right? So I had an ovary that twisted, and then it fell over on itself. So think about like a balloon, and you twist it in the middle, and then the two ends kind of fall over on each other, right? And that's what had happened to mine. That was when I was like 28. Right after I turned 30, the same thing happened on my other side. And I woke up that morning and I knew immediately what it was. And I wasn't going to wait the 4 days like I did the last time, because last time I was really fucking sick. Like diaphoretic and vomiting, running a fever, like really sick. So we go to the doctor, we go to the hospital, we go to the ER. And I walk in and the lady looks at me and she's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I said, "Pretty sure I either have an ovarian cyst or I have a twisted ovary." The look on her face was like, really, like, what does this person know? Immediately, like, everybody's spidey senses start tingling, because now somebody's just walked in and said, "I think my ovary's twisted." All right. So I don't know, I go through all the routine, the initial consult, where you get stuck in the triage room, and like my blood pressure was a little elevated, but see, I have low blood pressure. So if I hit 118, that's high blood pressure for me, because I run really low. And I was starting to get sweaty and nauseous, and like all the other signs were all there for it. So they finally stick me back in a room, and the doctor actually laughed at me when he come in and he's like, "So you think you have a twisted ovary, huh?" And I'm like, "Yep." "You ever had a twisted ovary before?" And he's like, "No, I can't say as I have." I'm like, "Oh, well, if you ever have one, it's very specific. I had a laparoscopic hysterectomy, and so I was left with just my ovaries." He's like, "Well, we'll determine that if you actually have that or not. So we're gonna have somebody start an IV on you and get some fluids in you, and we'll go from there." Like, okay, cool. Like, no mention of pain meds, and I don't want them. Twice I refused them before they took me to surgery. They send the ultrasound tech in, and it's one of the wanded ones, and they hand it to you so that you can insert, and then they start looking around, and this kid's looking around and looking around and looking around, and he's like, I'm gonna have to go get," and I'm like, okay, well, honey, how about we look in the right spot? And I reached down and I turned the wand and I pointed it in the right direction to where he needed to see what he needed to see. Tell me why my ovary was the size of a grapefruit, and it was twisted, and it was black, and it was necrotic. And the kid's face, when he focused on it, the kid's face, and he hit 2 buttons on his thing, and he was like, "Don't move that. I'll be right back." And like disappears from the room. And tell me why 4 white coats come in, and they're standing around, and 2 are observing me, and 2 are looking at the stuff on the screen, and I'm just kind of giggling, smiling. I look at my roommate, that my best friend that brought me there, and we're just kind of like, having our own little silent conversation by reading facial expressions. I'm like, "I told you they weren't going to fucking believe me. I told you. I told you they thought." I said, "Those 2 right there, those 2 are monitoring me to see if I'm here drug seeking. Those 2 are actually the 2 that are going to do something to fix me. And OB's on her way in." I'm pretty sure that was what that overhead page was that we just heard. And the room went silent and everybody stared at me. And I said, "Yeah, you guys have done this to me once before, when my other ovary twisted. I've been through this with your hospital before. You see that I have a marked addiction history because I was honest and told one of your doctors. And you guys would have probably released me and sent me home." And I don't know if I ever received a bill for that surgery. I honestly don't. I know I had insurance, but I know I never received. And I don't even think I ever received another bill from that hospital after that. And that was one of my last surgeries with that hospital. Anyway, like I said, medical gaslighting, it's real. It's happened to me at a time when it could have been deadly. So I get it. I'm right there with you. Well, and mind you, this was, let's see, what would this have been? 2008, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Because, like, I had my hysterectomy at 27. I had one ovary out at like 28 and a half, and then like 30 and a half. My other ovary. And my right ovary came out my left side, my left ovary came out my right side. Because I've got, let's see, there's an appendectomy scar, there's my hysterectomy scars, there's the oophorectomy scars, there's my back surgery scars. So I've got multiple incisions around my belly. Anyway, so I get it. Please don't let your doctors do that, especially if you have to go 90 days between visits and you are not feeling any marked changes, and or your levels are not changing. Also, remember, those of us that have a different plot in life where we have to use state aid to help defer our healthcare costs. Did Amazon come yet? Not yet, JP. I haven't checked my mailbox yet, but it's supposed to come today. Ooh, I'll be waiting. Anytime now they start bringing packages. It's the distance I have to drive, because I have to drive over to Cody from here, and that's like 110 miles one way. Amazon better get on it. Hey, listen, Amazon for my state, they just passed, Amazon just set aside like $10 million to build a facility to help rural Wyomingites get stuff quicker, because like 3 days is actually 5. But thank you, and I'll keep an eye on it, and then I'll take a picture and email it. You're so sweet, JP. Thank you. I don't believe those other things those other mean girls say about you. Yeah. I also think that they might fly stuff into the airport here, too. How hot is it there, JP? The farmer was down in, like, Tucson at the beginning of my first hitch. He's like, it was already 100 fucking degrees. That's what I started to tell you guys. You guys were talking about all the lilacs. I saw lilacs and honeysuckle that were in full bloom driving around yesterday. Listen, you're a lot like me. Stay on my good side. We don't have any fucking problems. Cross the line, and there's going to be a side of me that you don't like. And, well, let me tell you, that bitch is like one karate kick. Hi-ya! From kicking that fucking closet door open and jumping out and saying, welcome back, bitches. I'm here. $85, $90 today. Oh, God, I would give anything for an 85-degree day. We start calling you sugar britches. JP Sugar Britches. That wasn't me. That was from Patricia. They are early for us, Ange. Like, I couldn't believe how many lilac bushes and honeysuckle. Who's screwing? I'll never tell you. I'll never tell who's screwing. I told you my neighbor was getting her new door. The neighbor I gave the green tree back to. That was Fred. He was over there screwing around. Oh, JP, you came in and the numbers jumped. Oh, fuck. The bushes have eyes, bitches. Oh, no worries, Ange. I thought that's why I had to move my party inside, because he's doing the stuff on the outside. Like, and the wild animals. Yes. Like I said, the baby bison, they don't normally start until like Mother's Day. And those cows dropped early. I think there's 6 babies that were born so far, and this is just May 1st. You're the bot. You're the bot, or you're the best. And then the lilacs are really early. And I mean, these lilacs were in full fucking bloom. And the wildland, the badland areas, they look like they do the end of May, beginning of June. So how many years did they spray us so that they bumped us up a month early? But then if you look, okay, so they're not doing the Farmer's Almanac anymore. But if you follow like the weather patterns, there's a super El Nino coming. So hotter temperatures, no, they're talking hotter temperatures and way wetter. So at the same time, think about this. At the same time that Lake Powell is about, by August, Lake Powell wouldn't have enough water in it to run the power plant. So it's said that it's supposed to be way hotter and much more rain. Listen, I'm fucking bummed there's no more fucking. Yes, May has 2 full moons in it this year. Happy May Day, JP. Mayday, Mayday. Amazon's not here yet. I don't know if you weren't in here. Birdie got sick, JP. Birdie went into diabetic ketoacidosis and apparently had a raging UTI and has a massive infection. I don't know, Ange. Don't know. She's up in Billings in the animal hospital right now. Our local vet was honest and said, listen, I am in over my head. I can't get the DKA to change. Well, the vet in Billings brought her out of DKA. They cut her on a insulin drip and IVs and fluids. Now her liver's jacked up. She went jaundice yesterday, so they're doing liver support today. So it's been an entire week of this. Like, she crashed on Monday morning. Here is... I thought she was gone in that picture. And then there she is once she got to Billings. Her eye is open. Her eyes are open, and she's still got that look. So... hopefully today she can come home. Hopefully today. So. Oh. And I got my silver done. That's the same thing I said. She's in the right place. And it gives the farmer the ability to rest and get his mind and do his research and learn because that's what he does. Healthcare is his business. So if something were wrong with me, I would want him on my team, whether it were in flight or making the decisions. He is very well trained, highly certified in many departments when it comes to healthcare. So, but healthcare is always is also a very wide, broad, vast field. So we're gonna leave it very general, okay? Damn it, JP! You fucking come in here and the goddamn bushwatchers like shoot up. Yes. Yep. And then we'll just learn a whole new routine. She may have to be. They think that the DKA was because of the infection, so she may not actually end up being diabetic. So I just have to figure out where the infection is. So I've sat here and thought, like I've been thinking for a couple of days. She is in the best hands possible. That girl, that's what I said. I'm like, Farmer, what happens if she ate a mole or a vole or a mouse and it bit her? Like she just snatched it up and it like bit her. And we just don't even know it. And then I got to thinking about all the fucking, like the whole chicken that she stole, she stole a whole bunch of tilapia one day. She stole a whole bunch of rainbow trout one day. I mean, it could be a little teeny tiny fish bone that's caused an abscess in her stomach. We were texting back and forth. I'm like, remember when she stole the fish? Oh, that was from Big Cat, honey. That was from Big Cat. Because like I did nails, I did dog toenails while I was out at the farm. It was spa weekend. You know, Birdie got all the cockleburrs trimmed out of her and her nails done. And then that was actually because I found the dead that belonged with that. Whole rabbits. Yep, she does too. Yep, she does too. Rabbits, squirrels. She's always treeing something. I'm sure there's probably raccoons. And I know that there's little prairie dogs out in the field. That's the other thing that scares me a little bit. Prairie dogs bring tularemia. Good. I'm just going to, yep. Well, and the other part about JP, they can't tell us. Like when I see the second picture of her when she was in Billings and the way she's got that one eye open looking at her dad, like, okay, you got me. Like, I'm still here. I'm still fighting. Oh, God, Birdie. Dude, it don't matter. If it's gross, Birdie will eat it. And she'll roll in it, the little bitch. But that was the other thing I said to him, JP, was look at how much they live to please. So she had a whole ass infection raging inside of her and never even tipped her hat that maybe she wasn't feeling well. That's funny. Birdie plays with the horses. She loves the horses. Her and Chicken Nugget. She used to play with Bonnie too when Bonnie was little. Thomas. So, but yes, she is in the absolute best care possible. He's had an expensive year vetting animals. Monty with his Cushings. Oh, the donkey and Ace are the best of friends. They chase each other around all day. Oh, that's got to be a lot of fun to watch. Does the donkey talk to Ace? Eeyaw, eeyaw. Oh, and did you see that the San Francisco Zoo just had a new litter of capybaras? I love capybaras. They have the coolest feet. They're like three-toed. They're so cool. Yours too. Hey, JP, look. My cousin's wife. Hang on. So my cousin's wife is head of the Raptor program, and she got to go to the Kansas City Zoo. She got to go for like a behind the scenes tour of the facilities and learn about animal enrichment programs so that she can bring them home to her look at their feet. Aren't those the fucking coolest? Look at their feet. They're like beaver feet almost. And so she got to do the cool tour, right? Like hang out with the capybaras. And it wasn't just that. She got a whole behind the scenes of the Kansas City Zoo. Her and her coworker, like there's the coworker petting the rhino. I don't have it downloaded onto my phone, but there's a picture of her also petting the baby hippo. That's the baby hippo. I think his name's Walter. Walter, something like that. Oh my God, JP, that's cool. That's really cool. She got to feed the giraffes. But she got to do a whole, it was so cool. She posted all of the pictures and wrote about it on Facebook, and got to learn about how they do pet enrichment and stuff. So she's the head of the Raptor program. She takes care of bald eagles, golden eagles, owls, turkey vultures, falcons, just all the birds, hawks, and does programs and takes them around the state and all the cool things. So, oh, JP, what are we going to do? Are you going to start a capybara breeding farm? You going to start a capybara sanctuary? Wait, I thought our whole goal was to like get everything grown and sold. Listen, JP's capybaras and things. The capybara place. The only thing is that like I need to add me and the farmer as like VIP guests. Like screw my cousin's wife. She's already got to meet one. But I just need to make sure that we're put on the VIP list, okay? Oh, we could totally change it into a capybara pen. Fuck yeah. I'll come work for getting the place worked up. Come on. Mm. Hold up, bitch. Let's talk about reason before you go asking the husband. Maybe we need to just ask the husband for forgiveness and just do it anyway. Like, how about we not ask the husband before and then just proceed? But how about we ask the husband for forgiveness after we've already figured it out? And the day the truckload of capybaras arrives. Okay? Like we only got one ask with the husband, right? Nah. Listen, we can do that. You got a backhoe? We can do that. I can operate. You get in there and I will guide you through the phone. Capybaras and assorted gadgets. No, you don't need him to dig a hole for water. You just need somebody that can tell you how to do the controls. That's all you need. You can rent one of those things. If you pull a horse trailer, you can pull one of those home on a trailer. You'll be fine. Oh, oh my God. We're starting a capybara business. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. I'll teach you how to use it. It's not that hard. If you can work a video game, if you can work a cell phone, you can work a track hoe. It's no big deal. Yeah. Listen, bitch, if I can fix a fucking washing machine and a dryer that were coin operated, and they all work, look, you get your quarters back. That's why they're fully loaded. If I can fix those. Hey, listen, it's girl math over here, Fred. Leave us alone. We got one shot. Like, husband is going to totally nix this idea and be like, well, that's why we don't ask him. We prepare the land and then we ask him. Or again, the whole point is to like just take it out of his retirement and then ask for forgiveness later. Remember? We got one shot with this shit, JP. Creative accounting, bitch. Creative accounting. And explain to him that it was that or it was the floors inside or a new wall. Oh, I bet they can be friends. Capybaras are just a great big prairie dog or they're just a great big herbivore. Oh man, grazing land. Dude, can we put little saddles on them and race them? We could have the first capybara racing facility ever. Ooh, maybe we could do like Ike Sankey did in the rodeo world and figure out like the most rankest capybaras and then we can take all the semen out of them and then we can start like rank capybara breeding. And then it could be like they could be like the bulls of the capybara world. The bucks of the capybara world. Oh, do some genetic modifications. Bitch, I'm going to research capybaras. I think I might need to throw in on this. JP's Capybara Ranch. You heard of the Bunny Ranch? Well, you ain't seen nothing yet till you seen the Capybara Ranch. Well, that's what. Listen, look. Okay, so have you seen what Sankey's done? Sankey became the NFR contractor. So Sankey took over running the Cody Night Rodeo in 81, right? And he started in as just the person overseeing the rodeo, the day-to-day operations. From May to September, it's 7 nights a week, right? Now go look at what Ike Sankey's doing. Ike Sankey, he went from running the rodeo to being the stock contractor that ran the rodeo to stock contracting. Yes, now they have a whole artificial insemination. What they did was they took semen from all of their big buckers, from all of their NFR winners. They have a whole artificial insemination program. It's AI, but it's not the AI that we know it to be. It's what so it was really hard for me to get on board with calling it AI, because when you grow up on a farm, AI is artificial insemination. Anyway, pretty fucking cool. Do you follow Sankey's pod? They have a podcast. Wade does it, and Wade had Ryan on, and Ryan told her story. And I know Ryan. I grew up with Ryan. So Ryan was one of the last students to actually be paid to attend Northwest College. They actually paid her to go to college by the time she was done. Every month there would be checks that would show up because they put her on the livestock judging team, and she already grew up doing livestock judging. Oh yeah, there you go, JP. Yep, absolutely. You delivered semen. You were a sperm dealer, a sperm deliverer. Yeah, you ain't ever lived. You ain't ever lived till you've had to. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a job. Fred, I mean, listen, hey, if you got more stupid comments, come on, set them a rolling. It's the weekend. We need a couple good giggles. We could use a good giggles. Oh, shipping's ridiculous. I think I finally found a shipper that I can ship Jim Jules' alcohol inks for. Fuck, I was so pissed. We found this lady that had alcohol ink, and so many of them were brand new fucking bottles of alcohol ink. That's what she uses to create her little masterpieces. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about the beaver trap, Fred. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the beaver trap. Have I been there? Well, Yes, I have. I've been to the beaver trap. It resulted in dolphin sex. Have a good day, JP. I will email you when my present arrives. Have I been there? Yes, I have. It resulted in dolphin sex. It was a. All right, Spitfire, enjoy your day. JP's over here trying to figure out how she can get licensed to have these capybaras, and yeah, it's great. Uh-oh. Olaf sounds angry. Sounds like Olaf might be out of water. Olaf is out of water. Boy, do I know Olaf. Yeah, I was really impressed that Fred didn't say anything about the whole jerking off a horse shit. Like, there was a whole door. I was like, oh God, I hope nobody walks through this door. Please don't. Please don't. That's interesting. All right, motherfucker. I sit here and laugh to myself a lot. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. All right. Well, I think we're going to hop off here. Hope you guys have a fantabulous day in whatever it is you decide to do. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Oh, yeah, they were probably waiting, tapping their foot, waiting for that FedEx delivery. Because you got a certain amount of time to get that window in and get them inseminated. So, all right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. You have a fabulous day. Keep your notifications on because I do plan to come back and we're going to play later. Whether we build the castle, we color, do a Myrtle, something of fun nature. Maybe even this evening. Maybe we'll get crazy and do a Friday Night Live. A little bit of a reprieve from the standard operating procedures of what goes on out here. Anyway, careful and wear your BNN goggles because there's a lot of bullshit. But I hope you guys have a blessed day and I'll see you around. Bye.